Wow, Elden Ring was such a great game. I really hope I can play other From Software games like Bloodborne and Demon's Souls. Oh, I wonder if PS5 prices went down. Faking a Dark Souls boss fight because PS5s are too expensive. So we have two options. I could just go into Blender and just 3D model my own character, do all the animations, or because I work with Unreal Engine, I can just use their diverse content store and pick out the character that works perfectly for me. And it just makes way more sense because, like, this is just a one-time project. So logically, I designed a character in Blender to use a mix of script-based and root-based motion. And, sir, question? Yes? What's the difference between script-based and root-based motion? Well, I'm just glad you asked. So the difference is honestly not that complicated. Script-based motion is where you have a standing still animation and then use a script to indicate how fast the character should move. We see this being used in, say, Dark Souls' just movement system, not the weapons, but just, when you're clicking WASD, because, keyboard and mouse is just better. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Sorry. Root-based motion is where you tie the movement of the character to the animation. Dark Souls uses this for its attacking system and bosses. And now, this should be simple to implement. You should just be able to put a root bone in the animation, then you just move the whole thing, and it should be simple, but it's not. I got stuck for 2 days trying to import the animation into Unreal Engine, and for some reason it just wouldn't work. As you can see, sometimes it won't appear, and then I have to enable root motion, and then it does appear, and then for some reason it just doesn't move, and then the error log is just like, oh, you're doing this weird thing, and I don't know what the weird thing is, until I just found that I had to go into Blender. You change this thing that says root to armature, and we're done. Because it tells Unreal Engine, hey, look, do you see these things that says armature? Hey, ignore that. And it's like, oh, you know what? That makes sense. I thought it was some like sizing units issue because I don't know, Blender is Blender and Unreal is Unreal, so they might use different units. And like, that did fix it, but it just didn't fix it well because it made it super small. And then like, that's not it works now. And it's great. It's just perfect. Anyway, so here's the main character. His name's Bonic. It's just something quirky I came up with. And so the main inspiration for him is actually really funny. You actually would really enjoy it. So I went to the zoo and I saw this iguana, and he had like spikes on his back, and he was just super cool. And yeah, so I just modeled him after him. I gave him these funny red shoes, and the blue color really just brought it all together. And that's how we got him. And then this is the boss. His name's Egghead. I really just made his head big and then added some arms and legs. That's about it. Anyway, let's get to the fight where he dies. So as you can see, the player has 3 attacks. It's just really by left clicking, you just move around, you dodge. You're not really seeing the hitboxes here. And yeah, I mean, we can just kind of skip through the fight. But, it ended up pretty good. I tuned down the damage a lot just so, I don't die. But me being an Elden Ring expert, that's pretty unlikely. So yeah, and then this part I actually made the grab attack, and you won't believe how difficult it was to make. So anyway, that's kind of, I believe, led to gentrification of New York City, and oh, and the boss is dead. Nice. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please check out my Spotify playlist because we're almost at that 10 like goal, and it would just mean the world if just one of you took time out of your day to like it. Anyway, so that's like it. So see ya.